Some people stay silent in meetings, pretending to agree with decisions they hate. You pretend to like things you don't, because everyone else seems to like them. You assume everyone shares values you never hear anyone actually express. Your brain convinced you that you're the only one who thinks differently. But here's the truth. Most people are pretending. They think you agree. You think they agree. Nobody actually agrees, and this shared false belief is controlling your entire life. This is happening right now in ways you don't even notice. You watch everyone on social media living perfect lives and assume you're the only one struggling. You stay quiet in groups because you think your opinion is unpopular when actually most people agree with you, but are also staying quiet. You follow trends you hate because you think everyone else loves them. You've spent years conforming to values nobody in your group actually holds. The majority belief you see isn't real. It's a performance everyone is doing while assuming they're the only ones performing. You're living in a reality constructed by mutual misunderstanding. This is called collective illusions. Research shows, in groups as small as 10 people, the majority can believe something while simultaneously thinking they're in the minority. Your brain evolved to fit into groups by reading social cues. Your ancestors who conformed survived. Standing out got you exiled or killed. So, your mind prioritizes seeming normal over being authentic. Your neurons scan the group, detect what seems popular, and adjust your expressed beliefs to match, even when your actual beliefs are different. Your brain thinks hiding your real views keeps you safe, but it's actually creating a false reality where nobody is being honest and everyone is miserable. Here's how this destroys your life in real time. You're in a work meeting about a new policy. Everyone nods along. You think it's a terrible idea, but you stay quiet because clearly everyone else supports it. The meeting ends. Policy approved. Later you talk one-on-one with 3 colleagues. All 3 hated it. All 3 stayed quiet. All 3 assumed they were alone in disagreeing. 5 people in that meeting opposed the policy. Only 1 person actually supported it. But the policy passed because everyone performed agreement while believing disagreement. The vocal minority created an illusion of consensus. The silent majority surrendered to an illusion. Or you're scrolling social media. Everyone posts their wins, their perfect moments, their best angles. Your brain takes this data and concludes everyone else has their life together. You're the only one struggling. So you post your wins too. You perform success while feeling like a fraud. Now someone else scrolls. They see your perfect post. They conclude you have it together. They feel more alone. They post their performance. The cycle continues. Everyone is performing. Everyone feels isolated. Everyone thinks they're the only one faking it. The collective reality is total performance. The private reality is shared struggle. But nobody knows the private reality is shared because everyone is maintaining the performance. And here's what nobody tells you about this. You're not observing what people believe. You're observing what people think they should publicly claim to believe. The illusion doesn't just create one false belief. It creates a cascade where silence reinforces silence. You stay quiet because you think you're alone. Your silence makes others think they're alone. So they stay quiet, which makes you more certain you're alone. Which makes you more silent. You're re-trapped in a loop where everyone as caution creates the exact isolation they re-trying to avoid. The more people hide their real views to fit in, the more everyone misreads what fitting in actually requires. You're all conforming to a standard nobody actually holds. Your brain is running 10,000-year-old software on today's problems. Most people think this is about peer pressure or wanting to be liked, so they try to care less what others think or build more confidence. But that's like trying to fix a broken compass by walking more confidently in the wrong direction. The real issue isn't that you care what others think. It's that what you think others think is completely wrong. You're not conforming to the group's actual values. You're conforming to your misperception of the group's values, and everyone else is doing the same thing. The group consensus you're trying to match doesn't exist. It's an illusion created by everyone's simultaneous misreading of everyone else. This illusion survives because speaking up feels risky and staying quiet feels safe. Plus, admitting you've been pretending feels like admitting you're fake. And if you stopped performing agreement, you'd have to risk being the first person to voice what you'd actually think. You'd have to tolerate the uncertainty of not knowing if others agree until after you speak. Your brain would rather maintain the comfortable lie than risk the uncomfortable truth. The illusion protects you from the vulnerability of authenticity. But here's where it gets interesting. You're not in the minority. You're in the silent majority. And the silent majority always loses to the vocal minority, because silence is invisible. That opinion you think nobody shares, most people probably share it. That value you think you're alone in holding? It's likely the quiet consensus. That trend you're following while hating it? Everyone else hates it too, but assumes they're alone. The reality you think exists is actually just the loudest voices plus everyone else's silence. And you're interpreting silence as agreement when it's actually hidden disagreement. The moment someone speaks the quiet truth, the illusion shatters. Everyone realizes they weren't alone. But until someone speaks, everyone stays trapped in the false reality. Once you see collective behavior as performance instead of preference, everything shifts. Those social media posts aren't reality. They're what people think they should show. That workplace consensus is an agreement. It's strategic silence. Those trends aren't popular. They're just visible. You're not weird for disagreeing. You're normal for staying quiet. But staying quiet maintains the illusion. The only way the illusion breaks is when someone risks being first to say what the silent majority thinks, and that someone doesn't need to be you, but it could be. So the next time you in a group, nodding along with something you disagree with because you think everyone else agrees, you'll know what's really happening. You're probably in the majority. They're probably pretending to. Everyone thinks they're alone. Nobody is. But now you can catch it. You can test it. You can ask one person privately what they really think. That's the difference. You're not trying to be a rebel. You're trying to find out if the consensus is real or if it is just a collective illusion everyone is maintaining. You started this video thinking you were the odd one out in your groups. Now, you know most people feel that way because everyone is performing agreement with beliefs nobody holds. That's not a small shift. That's seeing through the matrix of social conformity. Watch yourself this week. Notice when you perform agreement while disagreeing inside. Count how many times you do it. You'll be shocked. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.